Hello, banger enthusiasts. Today we are launching a new series of video presentations in which we will explain to you how the system works and showing some of the internal mechanisms in order to provide more transparency. From now on, every month, you will be able to learn about new parts of the system, showing how the smart contracts transactions are going in and out into different staking pools. See how the system makes profit to distribute it to all of you. Let's start with the basic information. First, let me introduce you the treasury system, which is the heart of the Banger network, which works based on contracts and different wallet pools. So let's see how it works from inside. Banger main contract is the one contract that receives all the staking operations, distributes it across the system, and serves as a payout mechanism for every participant. Whenever a new deposit appears, the system starts to decide into which pool, on what chain and provider, to delegate the liquidity. The decision-making machine starts to calculate where to delegate the received liquidity. The DMM is divided into several modules. The key one is the machine algorithm that learns by checking the TVL and APY changes within time delta in various pools. Hence, we call it the Delta Protocol. This is the Banger network's secret sauce. It prioritizes what pools we should enter right now based on a pre-trained model of indicating the pool behavior in different volatility circumstances. You will learn more about the Delta Protocol in our next videos. Now let's move to the second component, the calculation mechanics. Now let's see how our basic core equations work in the Banger staking platform. While the Delta Protocol decides which pools are in priority of liquidity delegation right now, the calculation mechanism checks the eligibility of these pools to meet our mathematical needs. The core purpose of the algorithm is to always know the total BNB delegated by our users and to calculate the potential withdrawals demand. To make the system meet the withdrawal demand, we check all the pools the system considers to stake in with the certain core equations. Here we go with one of the most essential equation. The formula calculates the fraction of tokens staked relative to the total at any given time. By multiplying this proportion with R, we get the rewards earned every second. The summation over the chosen interval gives the total rewards. The algorithm checks at any given time if the current pool we already staked in or we are about to stake in is covering the needs of the system. If the conditions are met, the pool is being chosen to delegate liquidity in. Another important formula is gas efficiency checker of all the staking transactions. It is essential to check for the small transactions on a gas-consuming chains, like Ethereum network. Below on the screen, you can see the symbols decomposition. Feel free to pause the video and learn more on how the equations are working. Both the ML and calculation mechanism runs a checking of all pools. We stake in every 60 seconds to react automatically if the conditions are not met and make an instant decision. After the machine makes a decision in which pools we should delegate the funds and in what proportions, the funds should be transferred to treasury contracts. If the decision is to stake assets into the pool that are not on a Binance Smart Chain, we are using the Zappy transaction system to move assets to needed chains and send them to the related wallets and contracts. You will learn more about our swap system in next videos. After the funds are sent to a needed contracts, they are further being sent to multiple wallets, manipulated by automatic wallet management system. Each of them are used for different pools and assets, and are used for a limited amount of time and transactions due to security reasons. For this introduction video, we will dive deeper into a staking process if the operations are in our native blockchain, the BSC. When funds are sent to wallet management system, it is distributed across multiple wallets related to a specific contract, issued by a contract factory. Each contract and wallet groups are serving different pools and types of staking and serves for a limited amount of time and transactions. Let's see the mechanics by checking one of the specific contract. Now let's see how it works practically. Now we are looking at one of the Banger Treasury contract, which you can verify here. Let's memorize some of the last digits to check the interconnections of transactions between multiple wallets. We need to verify a few major things. The first one is the economical interconnection of this contract with the Banger main contract. Here you can see that this contract distributes funds across multiple wallets, but the main source it receives the funds from is the Banger main contract. Let's see the sender of the funds. As we can see here, it's the Banger staking contract. You can verify that this contract is responsible to transfer funds across other contracts and to your wallets as your profit withdrawals. This contract also receives the staking deposits within the stake server method. Now that we checked that the source of the funding for Banger Treasury is Banger main contract, let's see what the contract is doing with the liquidity. The contract and the automatic wallet management system send the funds to multiple wallets that serves to work with certain pools and certain staking providers. Let's see some of the transactions. For example, this wallet received funds from the Treasury contract and conducted a staking operation in the Beefy Vault. You see that the recipient of the transaction is a Beefy Venus Vault BNB, one of the providers we use to stake our funds in. Let's get back to monitor more transactions. The next transaction also went to the same vault. You can verify it by the same address. This contract is also a public one, so you can check it and verify that it serves for multiple staking operations and pools. So when the system decides to stake in multiple pools, it distributes funds in different proportions in various pools. This specific contract is not only staking into the Beefy Vaults, it also works with pancake swap pools. As you can see in this transaction, this wallet conducted multi-call and lock of funds on one of the pancake swap liquidity pools in order to hold it for profit distribution. Let's see another example. This specific wallet also staked the funds into a pancake swap. Now we have verified that the contract is delegating all the funds into various liquidity pools based on several examples. No, we need to verify the execution of funds sending back to the main contract to serve as a payout liquidity. For example, let's check one of the recent transactions that happened less than 3 days ago. Upon demand, the contract sends the funds back through stake server operation method to the main contract. So this is an example of a staking returns to the main contract that can be used for payouts or to stake in different pools through other treasury contracts. Let's verify one more transaction. As you can see, this specific wallet also sent all the received funds into the main contract that will be used as a supply and fueling all your withdrawals. We can also check it in another way, going back to the Treasury contract and check the transaction list. For example, here we can see the complete cycle of staking, profit receiving, and unstaking to send it back to the Treasury for further usage. After all the initial staked assets through this Treasury, contracts will be unstaked and returned to the main contract or other technical contracts. The contract Treasury 0073 will no longer be used. Whenever the main contract requests the transaction for a user withdrawal, the Treasury contract sends it to the main contract as shown in the video. Thank you for watching. In next videos, we will reveal more mechanics and show more examples of how it works. Stay tuned. Stay with Banger.